Good morning and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead, 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 Que-stead show. Snap, snap. Well, you know what that means. Yeah, I went on and got some more beans on today just to make sure I have enough because with the holidays coming and all that, I know how that goes. And so I think this should give me my third bag. So that will be enough for the winter, unless I end up cooking some like for my sister like I did last year. And I ended up using up a full bag. So because, between her children, me, then we had a cousin there and then myself, it was like 6 or 7 of us all together. So it took a bag of beans. So I just want to make sure there's enough. Otherwise, for myself, 2 bags are plenty because, like I said, when I cook them, I'll boil some smoked meats, usually ham hocks that are already cut up that I get from the store. I boil those and then I just grab a handful or 2 of beans and stick them in the pot. In a small pot, that's how I do it, and they are delicious. So 2 bags are plenty. Usually I have beans left over at the end of the season. Yep. So today at the farmer's market, the office was open, so I made up for lost time. So anyway, I was able to get my double up plus the amount. I asked for 20. I just did 20, and then I knew my double up would be 20. So that was plenty. In fact, I brought home 15 of it. I just used the double up. And so I brought home 15. Found out today because a few weeks ago, it was announced that the pawpaws would be coming in, but they didn't. They weren't ready yet. Well, they're ready now. They're in. And so it's been announced on today that the pawpaws will be in next week. And she said if they play their cards right, the week after also. And she told me, she's like, if you want a pawpaw, I told her I just want to try it. I've never had one. And she was telling me that they're just unique and people love them. And I think it's just the anticipation, and all that because of whatever. I don't know. I've never tasted one, so I won't speak bad on a pawpaw. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to go? Because she said next week, she said we open at 7. She said the line will be wrapped around the building before 6. She said, so if you want you a decent spot in line for the pawpaws, she said you want to be here, during the 5 a.m. hour. I don't know if I'm willing to do all that. So Jen, you grow pawpaws. Some of you have tasted pawpaws. Tell me, is it worth me getting up at 4:30, being there by at least 5:30, and waiting 2 hours in line for a pawpaw? Tell me, because I wasn't getting that many to begin with, because I would assume that they don't last long. They're going to ripen and all that stuff. So I know I would need to eat them. So why buy a lot of them? Because I can't eat that many. The most I think I would get is 5, and that's even pushing it. So is it worth it for me to wait for a pawpaw like that? So let me know. Okay, so yep. So with my little funds today, I got honey. I didn't bring that. That's on the table. The B-man was there. So I bought another pint. I decided not to get a quart yet. I will wait until my next trip to get the quart. I'm not going to buy that big giant one. I'm just going to get another quart because I have a quart in there already that's crystallized. Then I'll be buying a new quart. That'll be 2. I have 2 new pints, and then I have a half pint in there. So I think that's enough honey as far as preps are concerned, because I don't eat it that much. So, and if I do, I know I can always get a hold to some more. So I think that's enough for the preps. 2 quarts and 2 pints. So that's what I'll be settling at. And then when I get that quart, the next time I'm there in 2 weeks, I may get another pint to go with it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll decide. Anyway, but for now, today I bought some Cipollini's. So, let's see, I got Cipollini's. She had a slew of shepherd's peppers, so she's getting towards the end. So they pulled a lot more, and so she had them. So, of course, I went ham on the shepherd's peppers, and I bought the green beans. And that was all that I purchased today at the farmer's market. The one lady was out of, my friend was out of the bok choy, which is fine. That's something I can take or leave. I liked it, but that's not something I need. Plus, I ordered, and they should be here today, I ordered the winter choy, because Renee, when you did your video, I was like, oh, I actually had ordered some bok choy seeds too, but the winter choy is what I wanted. And so my little potato bed that's right in the front in that container, it started growing new plants. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just leave this for a while. I don't know if because the old potatoes were ready and it did it, but it's still going strong. So I said, I'm gonna leave that until the frost. And then we'll see what I get. Probably teeny tiny ones like I did out of the rest. Because I pulled the ones in the greenhouse, same thing, teeny tiny. And I did the muriate of potash. I did all the amendments that everyone says to do, and still. The only thing different that I didn't do that I did with the potatoes that are in the ground are I put Epsom salt, because I went by Diana's video for that. And Diana, if you out there, girl, I tried to call you. I couldn't get through. I tried to text you. Let us know how you're doing. Okay, we haven't seen you in a while. I don't know where you're at, and I'm kind of concerned. So let me know. But I did go by Diana's, how she did it. I watched her video intensively, saw exactly how she did it, and I did the exact same thing. The only thing is mine may not be quite as deep as hers. I did dig the trench, but remember, I was sick and everything, so I did the best that I could, and I did get them covered. I put the soil, I amended. And so the one thing that she used that I used was the Epsom salt. I used the muriate of potash. I used everything that she used. And then I also added, because I watched M.I. Gardner's video, and he said that sulfur, you add sulfur to the soil early on. And then, of course, potatoes like potassium. Well, that's the potash. And they also like a little acid. So I did put a little soil acidifier in the soil. So that's what I did. And I've left them alone. Now, when the flowers came, I cut the flowers off, because they said if you cut the flowers off, it sends the energy back to the tubers. And that's something I hadn't done in the past, so I did that. And so they're just sitting there waiting. So we'll see what happens. I haven't even looked. I haven't dug, nothing. I said I'm going to leave them alone and just let them sit until November when they're ready, because those are 120-day potatoes. I planted them either the day before or the day after my birthday, which was the 14th of July, and August, September, October, that would be 90 days. November, they'll be ready in November. So it'll be after the first frost, but I should be okay. The plants may die off from the first frost, but the potatoes are in the ground, so I don't think nothing will bother them. And I don't think the ground is going to freeze before November. And it'll be, I'm not even going to wait till mid-November. I'll do it early November. So we'll see if I get spuds and if they're bigger than the ones that I got from the containers. And if it works out, then forevermore I will plant in the ground. And if they don't work out, I'm just going to keep trying. I don't know what else to do, But Diana was the one who suggested to me to put them in the ground. And, others, I've seen others too who have said they had better luck planting in the ground than in containers. But then I've seen people who have planted them in boxes and whatnot and ended up getting a good harvest. But I think it depends on your area too. And since I'm in a colder climate, I think that that plays a part also in the potatoes. So we'll see how it all works out. But if I get one successful harvest, if I finally conquer potatoes, because I've tried, this is probably my 5th year at my attempt of growing potatoes, and I've always gotten those teeny tiny babies. I've never gotten a true large potato. And if I can get that one time, that's going to be all she wrote. I will know exactly what to do, and I will continue to do it. So, like I said, so today, back to the farmer's market. I got the green beans that I'm just about done with. So this will fill up this bag because these are my green beans that I pulled the other day. So I'll add those with mine. And then I have 2 more bags in the freezer. I might have 3. I know I got some, I got a mixed bag. Let's see. I might have 3 bags. Yeah, because I think I have 2 regular. And this will be my 3rd. And then I have a mixed bag with the regular green beans plus yellow wax. And so that's for me, the yellow, you know, because I like the yellow wax mixed with the greens, with the green beans. Yep. So anyway, so Renee, I know time is of the, oh, I bought shepherd's peppers, y'all. Like that's where I left off before I got into all that other stuff. She was loaded today, and I said, okay, she's coming up on the end because we're mid-September now. And so any day, and that was last year too, because last year I wanted some shepherd's peppers, but last year she didn't take the credit card and they didn't have an ATM at the time. So at the times when I would have been able to purchase them, I couldn't because they didn't have an ATM. And then when I finally did take cash in there, that was like mid to late September when I was finally able to take some cash there, and the shepherd's peppers were gone for the year. So I missed out on them, and I was hurt because that was something I wanted to try, because that was one sweet pepper I had never tried. And because it looked so much like the Italian nail, I figured they would be good. And so this year I was ready. First of all, now she takes the card. It's a little upcharge to it, but that's okay. And then also, you know, with the exception of last week, I've gotten them free because I used my double up points, and I did that today. So like I said, this is probably it. And she doesn't announce. It's just when they're done, and they'll let you know. And a lot of them are winding down because I've noticed that the produce is getting, you know, more smaller than what it was early on when the produce first started coming in July. So anyway, so this might have been her last batch, or, you know, so I don't know. When I go back, if she has them again, I really don't need any. And I'm thinking about making shepherd's peppers jelly since I bought all that shear gel. I'm thinking about doing it, so we'll see. But I want to get my frozen ones together. I have those 2 bags, and no, I have one bag now because I ate on shepherd's peppers all week because I figured I would be getting some today. So I have 1 full bag in there, and the peppers that I bought today should give me at least 1 to 2. Well, I got 1.5 bags out of that last one, and so I done ate the half bag. So I have 1 full bag, and I stuffed it as much as I could so that I could get all the air out and get it frozen. And I should get, and I bought only 5 last week. So this should give me 2 bags, and I think 3 bags is enough for the winter for me to cook with them and to eat them. And I'll cut them up the same way. Those shepherd peppers fries are delicious. Believe me, I just pull it out the bag, shake it in my little Zatarans, throw it in the skillet, and fry them. It only takes a few minutes until the Zataran's brown. And when I say them things are good, so let me show you. Now, Renee, I know time is of the essence because you need to, I know that you just planted your Cipolinis, and let's see, why is time of the essence? It was, oh, I can't remember what it was. Oh, the peat pellets and stuff. So I got a box together. So here we go. So on Monday, here's your peat pellets. And I'm going to get your romaine pepper. I got to wrap this up because this is glass. So here's the romaine and the pepper. I called myself putting the romaine at the bottom and the shepherd's pepper at the top. And so those are shepherd's peppers flakes after they've been dehydrated. Let me stick these just here. I'm sending you 2 cipollinis so you get to taste them. I've got to wrap these up as well. I'm thinking these will hold until they get there. I'm thinking because from here, Michigan to Virginia, if I send these Monday, you should have them no later than Thursday. These cipollinis, they have skin on them. Now, Renee, let me tell you about them. You cannot just peel cipollinis. You have to start some water to boil. And once the water comes to a boil, you put the cipollini in the boiling water for 2 minutes. Then you pull the cipollini out, and once you do that, you'll see that the skin, the top layer of the skin has started to come off. That's how you peel them. Otherwise, you'll never get them peeled. It will take your whole onion away. So these are the cipollini. So, and that skin is real thin, but you got to get it off. And you can use these. You can either make you a cipollini dish, just pull up a recipe, and you can try your cipollinis that way. Or you can use them to cook with. Like you could chop them up and cook them with something. Or you can caramelize them. However you want to do them, just pull up cipollini. So you get to taste a cipollini. I'm just setting it here in the box for now, but I've got to wrap them up. And thirdly, lastly, but not least, because this box is getting heavy, and you know they charge by the milliliter at the post office. It's just outrageous. I'm gonna try to send all 4 of these peat pellets. I'm gonna see how heavy this box is, but because I had already said I would probably send them in two shipments, which is fine. So we'll see how heavy that is and how much she said it weigh before I wrap it up. And then I'll decide, you know, because shipping is expensive. And I'm sending you 2, because these peppers are heavy too. I'm sending you 2 shepherd's peppers. Now, you're going to get the ones with the green because they'll more than likely, during the shipping in that dark, they're going to ripen and turn red. So I'm going to send you 2 of them that have green in them. And I want you to have a nice size like this one. That's a good one for you. So I'm sending you 2. That's all I can spare, girl, because you know. So anyway, we've got quite a few with green. Oh, here's one right here. Now this will work. This will work. So I'll make sure you get 2 nice ones with some green on it, and they'll probably be red by the time they arrive, but these are nice and fresh. And then I've got I'm sending you some shepherd's pepper seeds, but you can, and I'll send you a blank one of these seed packets for, and what you do is when you cut these, your seeds will be pretty much at the top. Once you cut your pepper, I don't know what you're going to do, if you're going to make pepper fries or just, you know, cook it whole. However you do it, you're going to love the shepherd's peppers. I can guarantee you. So make sure you save the seeds. So if you cut around this thing right here, the seeds are usually right at the top. It's in a big cluster. And every now and then a few might fall to the bottom. So just grab your seeds and dry them. These have been dried over a week. And as you can hear, they are dry. Nice and dry. And these are some nice size seeds too. So you've got these. And then you'll have the seeds from your 2 shepherd's peppers, which will give you quite a few extra. Okay? And so I bought 15 in all. So that's what, and so that's going to be some work tonight. So I'll spend, or today rather, I'm going to do as usual, take me a little nap. I'm picking up peppers, y'all, because I done spilled them. And the bag done tore. Okay. So Renee, I'll make sure you get 2 nice ones. I'll pick them out. Probably those 2 that I showed you. So anyway, so I'll be cutting shepherd's peppers. I'm done with the green beans. So now I'm getting ready to go cook some breakfast. I went to Kroger. I was telling Sherry last week. I said, Sherry, they sell these packs that's full of shrimp and crab legs, snow crab legs. I said, they're already peeled and cooked. So I guess people can buy them to eat them, you know, for lunch or whatever. And I said, they're not that expensive. And Sherry's like, oh, you didn't get any? I was like, no. So I went out, and so she was like, oh, she was like, you can buy those. And she's like, if you want to make, what you call it, linguine, that stuff you get at Red Lobster, where you put the noodles in, the Alfredo sauce and all that. And then she was like, just chop up the shrimp and the, and a couple of the crab legs. She was like, and then freeze the rest. She's like, because they give you so much. So I went today, I went to get some, and so I called her while I was there. Sherry's like, get me every one of them. I was like, I'm getting 2 and you getting 2, because all they have is 4. So she got 2 and I got 2. But she wanted all of them, because she said that's how she buys it. It's a lot cheaper. And since it's just she and her daughter there at the house, she said she gets at least 2 good meals off of one of those. So for me, so I'm going to get those. I stuck them in the fridge, so I'm going to cut up the lobster into like little chunks to add. And so that's what I'm making for dinner tomorrow. I bought some Alfredo. That was on sale. I bought some Parmesan cheese. I already have my noodles because, see, I don't like the thick, wide noodles. I like those German noodles that I buy. So that's what I'm going to use, the German noodles. So all I have to do is boil the noodles, cook those, and then I will add put the noodles, you know, in the pot after I drain them and wash them and all that. Then I'll add the shrimp, and the shrimp is peeled, and so are the lobsters. So I'll add chunks of that to it, the Alfredo sauce, and that's it. Oh, and I'm gonna cut up a cipollini onion to put in it, and some garlic to give it flavor. So that's gonna be dinner tomorrow. For me, that'll be quick and easy, very quick and easy, since the meat part is already done. And I don't need to caramelize the cipollini, so I'll just put it in there and cook it. Yep, so that should be a nice little dish for me. And I was going to cook, it was this cipollini recipe that I saw, that's what I was going to make, where you stir the Italian sausage and you add cipollini, chopped cipollini, garlic, and it was a few other ingredients. I had every ingredient but the Italian sausage, and I bought that today, but I put that in the freezer. I'll make that next week, sometime, or next weekend. Okay, so that's it, you guys. So let me pour these green beans in here. I don't blanch, nor do I wash my green beans. I wash them once I take them out of the freezer, because I like for them to freeze up dry. If I washed them before freezing them, I guess I could pat them dry. But I just prefer to just throw them. And of course, Renee, you might get a few green beans because quite a few just fell in your box. But anyway, I prefer to just wash them once I take them out, because they're already frozen. I grab my handful, put them in the strainer, wash them real good, and then I cook them. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. I feel like I've rambled this whole video. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I may come on tomorrow to show you my concoction that I'm making with the cipollinis and the seafood. Okay, talk to you later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.